Good Reverend Dr. Paxton J.A. Price, founder of Paxton's Foundation and Church of Redemption. He is an entrepreneur, a TV and radio host, better known as The Rev. This show is designed just for you, the listener, to educate, entertain, and equip you. Now sit back, buckle up, and now let's roll with The Rev.
America, you know what time it is. Your main man, The Rev, Faith in Sports. You know what we do every day. We bring you the latest in sports. And Ryan, last night, Boston was all over Miami.
Yeah, man. You know what, Rev? I'm tired of this NBA. I'm tired, man. I'm
Yeah, they made you tired.
Yeah, man. They up 3-0. What is happening?
Hey, we got serious now.
Now, I mean, they switched roles.
Yeah.
Miami, you know what it is? Miami looks like the AFC, well, the bottom seed.
Right.
And Boston looks like who they should have been. Man, this is crazy, man. Let me tell you something. If they win tomorrow night
in Miami,
Miami's done. Because they're not winning Game 7 in Boston.
I got some good news and the bad news. The bad news is it's just starting to be a series.
Yeah.
The good news is it's over. Miami gonna win in Miami.
I know. That's what I know. That's why I said everybody's making a big deal. And I said, what really has Boston done though?
Right.
You should have done this. Last game, that was all of them were elimination games.
Yes.
Last game was you had to get your pride back.
Yes.
That's all that was.
That's all it was.
And this game, you in Boston.
You in Boston, you home.
You fed off the crowd.
And the crowd was like, matter of fact, I think at least 4 people on Boston had like 20 points. Mm-hmm. Everybody was scoring.
Yeah, Marcus Smart, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum.
Yep, everybody was scoring for them. Now, when you go to Miami, things change a little bit. Can the supporting cast score now?
Yeah, and I think Miami didn't play good defensively.
Yeah.
Butler and Bam didn't play good again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes Jimmy Butler just looks like he's he's waiting for Bam to take over.
Right.
You can't do that, man.
No, you can't. He waiting for the help to help.
Yeah. It's you trying to get everybody else involved, and then fourth quarter I'll take over.
Right.
No,
you got and now this next game he got to take over from the start of the game to the finish of the game. But also Vincent, what's the big loss for him?
Yeah.
That was the big loss.
Yeah, because we talked about it off camera. Lowry.
Or Lowry.
Yeah, Lowry is not it, man.
He was a turnover machine.
It's bad, man. I mean, him starting he's a good bench player. Give you a couple minutes. He's at the end of his career. He can't play no
most of the game.
No.
He can't do that.
First of all, he ain't in shape to do that.
He is a fat boy.
Yeah,
he is a fat boy.
Yeah, he a little chunky.
The all fat boy team, Lowry, Embiid, Zion, they got
Luka.
Luka's a fat boy.
You want to put Jokic in there, or you think Jokic is?
No, he's just big bone.
That's just his body frame.
Yeah,
because he in good shape.
Yeah, he surprisingly when he's pushing the ball up,
he be moving.
He be moving pretty fast.
I've never seen somebody run so slow, but lead.
He be fast.
He lead the the
break.
fast break. I'm like, what is this?
So no, I ain't gonna put him in fat boy category.
Yeah, but
but Lowry is definitely in the fat boy category,
and he's starting too.
Yeah, he's starting, man. He's definitely a big one.
I'm when you look at Boston, Jason Tatum done found this is the problem that I think Miami has allowed Boston to do. You talked about confidence yesterday. Jason Tatum got confidence out the wazoo now.
Did you see him drive and dunk it? He was like,
that's when I knew it was over.
This is my house.
He dunked it. I said, this sounds like a thunderstorm in this
For real. Yeah, so you don't want superstars to get hot, and Miami might have let Boston get hot. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I think when it shifts to Miami, that crowd in Miami, the supporting cast of Miami now steps up a little bit.
And let's celebrate at home.
Yeah, and then
And also too, I don't know why it just popped in my head, Rev, but another fat boy. He was at the game yesterday.
Who?
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce is a fat boy. He's a fat boy.
Yeah.
The fat boys are back.
So I do think that this series is over. after the game and their post games, Tatum and Brown, they was a little confident,
Right.
you confident.
Right.
They're like, y'all just need to calm down, on all that stuff y'all talking about. We in here now. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You just relax.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think Boston made it a real good series. They made a real good run, but I think Miami's going to finish it in Miami. Now, having said that, if they don't finish in Miami, Lord, they in trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why if Miami can get out of here, even if it's a 1-point win.
Yeah. You just got to win.
What you've done is what Miami's done to you. You've taken the heart down.
Yeah.
Oh man, if Miami don't show up.
Oh my goodness.
If they don't show up tomorrow
if they have
night,
a bad shooting game or something like that, they are in trouble. So they got to end it in Miami, but I think the odds are in favor for them to win it in Miami. But Boston has put themselves, they giving themselves a fighting chance. I mean, real good fighting chance.
And you know what has frustrated me the most. And Embiid did it last series.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo again is better than Horford. Now I'm not taking nothing away from Horford. Horford is playing his behind off.
He plays very good at home.
Yeah, but you're better than him, Bam.
Way better than
You're
him.
younger than him. You're faster than him. What is the problem?
Yeah, well,
Or maybe
Al was home.
Al might be smarter than what a lot of us think.
Al said he was moonlighting. Some walk by day, some walk by night.
That was a jam, man.
Yeah, Al Jerome.
Yeah. I'm. You see what they did? It took Kevin Love out of the game. Kevin Love was.
I didn't think Kevin Love would recover from that little injury he had the game before.
I know. Yeah, he's But here's a bright side though with the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Highsmith.
Oh yeah.
The guy came off the bench. Yeah, they. See, that's what happens when people get hurt. You can see what other people and he stepped up. But you know what? He's like a what's my man for the Lakers?
Oh,
I can't even think of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I don't know. In the series now, Boston knows who he is.
yes.
Now we can.
Yeah.
I don't know. You need Vincent.
Yeah, I think you need Vincent just because Lowry was turning the ball over for no apparent reason.
5 turnovers in 7 plays.
Yeah, he just turned the ball over for no reason. Like, why are you turning the ball over? But now you get Vincent back, hopefully, and settles you down. You at home, and I think they go ahead and knock Boston off.
And that right there goes to show Vincent is again, he's not the best player like a Jimmy Butler, but he's a leader.
Yeah.
He's a leader. He knows how to just, get everybody together. And listen to this stat with the Celtics, man. The first team ever in NBA history to have 15-plus steals and more than 15 assists in the same game.
Yeah, 15 steals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miami turned the ball over way too much.
That's we don't know Boston to be like that. We don't know Boston to be no thief like that.
Nah, they won't do that. They won't do that no more. So yeah, I believe Miami will win the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're at home. They have the crowd behind them. I believe the role players are going to play better. Hopefully Vincent comes back.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin Love, he'll probably heal up a little bit better. And I think Miami will win the game. But having said that, if they don't win the game.
This is it. Now you say
Night.
In trouble? Yeah. Because all Boston got to do, that's one of the arenas you do not want to be in no Game 7.
No.
And Boston, all time in history, has the best Game 7 winning percentage.
And you see when they home, you see the role players step up, and Smart feels better, and everybody feel better. Al feel a whole lot better.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because Al doesn't play good on the road.
No, he doesn't. But in Boston, he plays very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, Miami, I expect Miami to win. But having said that,
because now it's a real possibility.
It's a real possibility now.
Mm-hmm. And looking at that game yesterday, Miami really just got out hustled. I mean, to have what is it? It was 19-2 in second chance points. Y'all ought to be shamed.
They just got not only did they get out hustled, but I think the first punch that Boston threw at them, they just never recovered from.
Yeah. And they never even tried to throw back.
Yeah, I think they just never recovered from it. So I think after they got hit with that first punch and the crowd going crazy and Tatum went down for that dunk, I think they was like, okay, we're going back to Miami.
Yeah, and I think too, this is why if you want to look at something that's a positive for Miami, you were kind of in the game, going into halftime. You had it to 10, you got it down to 9, and then even in the third quarter, you was down 12. Even though the game seemed like it was way out of hand, you were close. You was missing your shots, but just that towards the end of that third and the fourth, they couldn't miss no three.
They was on fire. They on fire. Boston on fire, and Miami turned the ball over. That's a bad matchup.
And Derek White, I don't know, man. Derek White done showed up in this series.
He did. He has. He's looking very good as a player to replace Brown. So Brown leaves actually.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Yeah, so they'll still have another number 2, in my opinion, if Brown leaves through on free agency. So Boston, they'll be tough even next year without Brown if Brown moves on.
Yeah, and I think the coach is kind of allowing himself to recover.
Yeah.
Because down that 03, they was looking rough.
Yeah, the first time people talk bad about you, like he's a losing job. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I just got here.
I was just made head coach.
Yeah, but he's. I mean, I think they. Again, it was a pride thing. They're just.
Yeah.
That first game, it was just fight for our pride. But y'all done let them
back
really believe that they can do something.
They back in it now,
and it shows. If they keep it up tempo against Miami, Miami can't keep up.
Right.
That's another thing. Again, you done gave them confidence. It's a real possibility Boston could win this one.
It's a real series now. Now it come down to either Miami wins this game or they probably lose the series. That's and then Boston be the first team to ever come back 3-0.
It's 0-150.
Woo!
That's the record for people who down 0-3.
0-150.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't want to beat Miami.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah, you don't want to be that team.
You don't want to
be
that team.
And what happened to playoff Jimmy?
Hey, listen. When you get a little older, you can do it for 3 or 4 games. But now he like, man, I gotta take a break.
Yeah. See, right there. That's why I said it looks like he was waiting for Bam to take over, and then I got you in the fourth quarter.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Bam ain't doing it.
He ain't doing it.
That's why you need Vincent, though.
That's why you need Vincent back. Now Vincent come back. He settles that team down. Mm-hmm. He'll be able to run the offense. They won't have so many turnovers. That turnovers will kill you. And
that's somebody that Boston has to account for.
Yes.
You can't double Jimmy like that.
No. Now Jimmy feel a little better. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He ain't got to bring the ball up and run the offense. And so I think Miami will win this game. But
they don't. If Miami loses Game 6, just don't show up Game 7. Because I believe in Game 7.
Don't come on the plane. Don't get on the plane.
I believe Game 7. Boston is going to. Boston going.
Hey,
you remember George?
6, don't get on the plane.
You remember George Foreman and Frazier?
Yeah.
Remember when he punched him and he made him jump?
He made him jump.
That's gonna be game. That's gonna be Game 7.
Lord.
You don't want to do that.
George Foreman must be hitting people hard if he's knocking people off their feet.
Especially when you punch down.
Yeah.
And they go up.
Now, I don't know why they was fighting Big George in the first place. The red one up 40.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's like yesterday what you were saying. When
young George Foreman.
If you seen the tape.
When he was punching like Frankenstein, he was like, nah, I ain't fooling him. No thank you. Thank you.
Do you imagine?
I won't fight that bad.
Remember when he was down in Africa and he punched the one punch, the first punch hit the punching bag and it busted open.
Yeah. I would have him right then and there.
I would have said, what time? How long we down here?
Yeah, we ain't.
Our flight is when?
We ain't doing this. Yeah, we ain't doing this.
Nah.
You signed a contract, hamstring.
Yeah.
My hamstring. That's what happened. My hamstring.
Yeah, and now everybody counting on you too.
Yeah, I ain't fooling him.
Boombaye Ali.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No, Who gonna help me? Who gonna help me when I'm going down?
All right. That's Muhammad Ali. That's the greatest of all time. I'm not fooling that man. That man was hitting hard.
$25 million. And George Foreman in his prime, you in your prime.
No.
$25 million.
I want none of that. No. Now, old George Foreman, I'd
Oh
beat
yeah,
old George Foreman
yeah,
down.
yeah. I don't know. He got that one.
That's all he gets. Is the one, but I'd have beat him down.
Yeah. See, because George Foreman really never had no defense.
No, none.
Yeah,
Couldn't move nowhere.
He never would block.
I lit him up.
He never would block. It was just you punch him and then his arm come up
I'm
whoa.
I'm tearing him up. But when he was younger, he was hitting like he was knocking the earth out of orbit.
When I looked at that fight against Ken Norton,
yeah,
oof, man. I said Ken Norton is never going to be the same after this.
Yeah,
one.
no, for real.
Oof.
That's how hard he was hitting people. I'm not fooling with him.
You know you bad when you ain't even in the fight. You just asking the question and you calling him sir.
Right.
Excuse me, sir. Just call me George.
George.
Just wanted to make sure. I don't want no problem, George. That's, man.
Yeah, that's next level power right there. He was hitting people with he was.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I ain't want none of that.
And the thing about it, if he hit you one time, you're going to get hit with the other ones because you're going to be in so much pain from the first one.
Nah, I ain't want no parts of that. No. Now, when he was old and fat, yeah, I got him there.
But he still was winning, right?
Oh, yeah, because he still had superpower.
Didn't he? He only lost, one fight?
Yeah.
That was just the one with Ali.
Yeah, that was superpower.
That's another one, right?
I think he lost the next one. I think he lost somebody else.
He said after that fight, he went the same day he fought 5 people in the ring, man. Beat them all.
Yeah, I bet George Foreman
That's some
was
anger.
A monster. A real walking monster. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen to him if Miami loses this game. They're gonna get knocked out. They're gonna get deboed.
Yeah, it's
But you got him on 40.
I'm I don't know why that took so long for the.
You got him on 40.
What you got on my 40, homie? I don't know. I'm Miami. I want to say they're gonna win, Red, but I'm not sure now, man.
I think they're gonna win. I believe they're gonna win in Miami. But if they don't, they are in trouble. If they don't, they're gonna make history, and it's not the good type of history.
That'll be bad too. You think that'd be
devastating.
What's worse? You down 0-3, you come back, and you lose that game 7?
Nah, because if you down 0-3 and you come back, you telling them, the beginning of the series we was off, but when we was on, they was in trouble. And when they had one more game, you talk like that.
Yeah.
But if you was up 0-3, boy, that's devastating.
I think we're gonna see a totally different Jimmy Butler, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think this is gonna be a Jimmy Butler that we've seen in the Milwaukee series.
Yes.
Or the first 2 games of this series. He's gonna dominate.
Tomorrow. Yeah, there ain't no tomorrow, Jimmy Butler.
And he's gonna say, "Put me on Tatum."
Yep.
All game.
Get me the ball.
It should have been like this.
No tomorrow, Jimmy Butler. He's just gonna leave it all on the court. Got to carry him off.
This might make for one of the best games because I think Tatum's gonna have.
This is gonna be great.
Tatum's gonna have a big one too.
The Rev has changed his calendar. Just watch this game. Like, don't bother me. I'm watching this Miami Boston game.
I never thought it'd be in this predicament here in this series, man.
When it was 3-0, I didn't think this was gonna happen. But hey, we here now. We got a series now.
But I think also too, a lot of people thought or believed Boston would take it to Game 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once they won that last one, it was like they'll get another one.
They'll win in Boston.
Yeah. But then Miami, it's gonna be difficult.
Ooh.
Because they haven't shot well. And listen, in Miami, the past 2 postseasons, Boston is 4-1.
They 4-1?
I mean 1-4. 1-4. Boston, yeah.
Yeah, they can't play well in Boston.
Nah.
That's why you got to end the game. You got to end this whole thing in Miami, Game 6. Miami has to do it.
And Jimmy said, you got to. You got to keep that confidence. But he said after yesterday's game, when we go to Miami, we will win Game 6.
That's how Jimmy think.
Yeah, Jimmy talk like that.
Yeah, Jimmy think like that. We got Big George. Not Big George up there fighting.
Ooh, man.
That's Big George right there.
And the thing about it, it doesn't even look like he's hitting you that hard.
Yeah, see, I'd have beat that George. I'd have beat that.
I don't know, Rev.
I'd have got that one.
It's different. What Tyson say?
I'd have got that one. First of all,
what Tyson say?
First of all,
everybody can talk tough.
Moore is I don't know if he's smoking that mess. I don't know what happened to Moore, but Moore, why are you standing in front of this man?
And
are
not
you crazy
and not blocking. See, that's
he's just standing right in front of him.
That's George.
Has he lost his mind?
You know you're supposed to move with George.
I think that was pride. Oh no, I can take the punch. Rev ain't that dumb.
That's why Ali.
Rev ain't trying to take the punch.
That's why Ali. But no, I can't say that's why Ali won because Ali stood there.
Yeah, well, Ali made sure he hit him with his head, but Moore just standing there trading punches with that big.
Yeah, and he wasn't
trading punches with him,
and he wasn't blocking either.
Yeah, I'm not trading punches with him.
He hit you one time.
I'm jabbing and moving.
Moore probably said, "Whoa, man."
If George can catch me if you can, George. That's young George right there. That's who I ain't messing with. I ain't messing with him. Look how big and strong that man look.
But look how fit he was.
That's what I'm saying. Look how big and strong that man look. That man, look at them hits.
But look at Ali when he get close. Ali, boy, he tightened up.
I bet he did. Look how he throwing the punches. You can hear the sound when he throwing it. I ain't fooling that man. I ain't fooling young George.
But think about this.
I'm fooling young George.
But think about this. George Foreman had said,
Fat George? I'm beating Fat George.
Well, he said in the Ali fight,
yeah.
He said, I was literally trying to hurt that dude.
Yeah.
Like he said, I was trying to like.
Look at him throwing. He was throwing punches.
It was haymakers, man.
Yeah, man, please. I wouldn't have gotten. Ali's the greatest of all time. That's why he survived.
I remember one of those punches, man. Ali was on the rope and he punched Ali, hit him in his head. His head went all the way back to the people in the stands.
I bet it did.
And Ali hurried up and grabbed him too. Like,
yeah. Look at Ali using the ropes.
Good God, look at that.
Look how far the ropes bending. Oh Lord, no! That make you go bathroom on yourself right there. That'll make you go bathroom on yourself right there.
But this goes.
No, sir. I don't want none of that.
This goes to show you the want though.
Yeah, well, Ali. See, what Ali did was he used the ropes. He leaned on the ropes to take away some of that power from George. But this is Ali. His quickness, his coordination. That's nobody like that. I couldn't do that. Other people can't do that.
And the speed on Ali.
Yeah, Ali's speed.
Them counter punches, man, was something.
Yeah. He knows how to absorb those punches. Watch when George punch. Watch how he leans into the rope. He taking away that power with the punches. You know what I mean? Unless you got precise timing like Ali, don't get in the ring with that man. That man gonna hurt you.
Foreman said after the 7th round, he said I was like wailing on him.
Yeah. Whew.
He said Ali grabbed the back of my head and said, "That's all you got?"
Yeah.
George Foreman said, I looked at him and said, "Yeah, that's about all I got, bro."
That's about all I got.
He said, "Yeah, that's about all I got." He said, next thing I know, I was looking up at the sky.
Yeah, that's Muhammad Ali. Ain't nobody else in the world can do that.
Ooh.
You get in the room with young George Foreman? No, I wouldn't have did it. 35 million. Nope.
That is something, man.
45 million. Nope.
No.
No. 45 million.
In your prime?
In my prime? No, sir. Look how big and strong that man is.
Look.
No, sir.
Now you talking about moving? I'm moving. You gonna have to catch me, brother.
But see, that younger George Foreman can move around a little bit.
I know.
It was fat George Foreman. I was knocked out.
Yeah, man. That's something, man.
Yeah, man. You ain't want none of that. But speaking of being knocked out, did you see my Atlanta Braves?
Oh, you want to talk about your Atlanta Braves
I forgot my Atlanta Braves.
Against the reeling Philadelphia Phillies. You see my shirt, you gotta say trust God. He got it, man. He got it.
If you're a Philadelphia fan, you need to trust God.
Oh man, he's on our side.
The Phillies let you down.
Oh, now you want to do this? I thought you was a Sixers fan.
The Eagles broke your heart, and the Sixers let y'all down.
This is how Cowboys do. Cowboys be jumping, boy. They be jumping bandwagons quick, boy.
I am not fooling with Philadelphia teams anymore.
He was a Dallas Maverick for 2.5 minutes.
I went to Miami. I might switch back to Dallas. I might.
Look at this. This is crazy. So now you might be Boston after, huh?
No, he never gonna be boss. Ain't never gonna be boss. I draw a line somewhere. Somewhere I gotta draw a line.
So looking at this series, right? Do you think? I don't think none of these teams can beat Denver.
No, I don't think so. I think Nuggets is the best team. I think Nuggets are the best team in basketball.
And I think Boston are honestly giving the best run.
Yeah, they deep enough to stick with them. But I still think Denver will knock him off. Jokic is too much for anybody Boston has. Williams is a decent player, but he can't deal with Jokic.
No, you're not dealing with Jokic.
Yeah.
And then look at it, how deep Denver's team is. You got Tatum and Brown, but you also got scorers on Denver who ain't. You got Murray. You got Caldwell Pope.
Murray gonna let you up.
Yeah.
And Pope can score.
Now who's Marcus Smart gonna guard?
Pope.
So now Murray about to do work on somebody.
Yeah, somebody. I mean, Murray gonna do work on almost everybody in the league.
Boston might win this, Rev.
You think Boston can win in Miami?
I'm looking at this. Is crazy.
Man, if they win in Miami, I would be super. If they win in Miami, I ain't that mad with the Sixers no more.
Oh no,
No.
no. Stay
Wow. Wow.
nah.
Wow.
Nah, you got to no.
If Boston wins in Miami, I ain't on that man with the Sixers.
Me and America not gonna let you do this.
But I'm trying to tell you.
You not gonna walk out and then want to come back.
Oh, no.
Because times done got hard now.
I ain't say I won't come back. I just ain't as mad as I was before.
Oh, everything done died down. Now you cool now.
I'm, you know what I mean? We can still be on speaking terms.
I'm still mad, but I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm mad. We just gonna walk past each other.
Fan.
We just gonna walk. Yeah, between love and hate, it is. It's a thin line. You know what, Rev? And after the break, you know what we're gonna do? Married couples,
Married couples,
when they argue and they don't speak to each other,
right?
Me and you gonna give some examples of how they apologize without saying I'm sorry.
That's right. I like that.
That's gonna be funny too.
That's gonna be really funny. Really funny. You don't want to miss this, America. America, we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. You don't want to miss this one.
The Leap of Faith Child Development Center is now hiring new teachers for infants, toddlers, preschool, TECE2, or CDA. If you love caring for children, give them a call at 302-543-6256. That's area code 302-543-6256. And or send your resume to a leapoffaith68@yahoo.com.
America, we're back. And Ryan, you want to talk about a subject that is hilarious.
Yeah, man. Married couples. As the years go on,
yes.
We obviously will be mad at each other
right.
at some point.
Sometimes,
it could be a moment where you walk past each other, y'all don't say nothing for a day,
right?
Because you mad waiting on the other one,
right?
But when it's time to apologize, sometimes we're not going to apologize. We just say stuff that's like,
right.
Like, for example, for like a gesture, it's she in the room, you ain't said nothing to her all day. You come poke your head around the corner. I lit your favorite candle you like
right
downstairs.
That's right. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
that's smooth.
Yeah, but why don't you just say, why don't you just say I'm sorry?
Right.
That's how people do, Rev. Has there been any times where
man, please, I've been married for over 2 decades. I can tell you some stories. But my favorite thing in the world is when my wife is wrong. This is when my wife is wrong. If I'm wrong, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna apologize. But when my wife is wrong, I'm gonna have to apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she's wrong, I'm wrong, I apologize. When she wrong, I apologize. But the way I apologize when she wrong is a little smoother. So say we in a big argument and she is wrong, I'm completely wrong, I am completely right. But now she goes into I ain't talking to you mode.
But you gonna let her know it though.
Yeah, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it calm down for about 15, 20 minutes. And the first thing I'm gonna say is, "You hungry?"
Yeah, that always gets
that. Yeah. Well, let's get in the car because we're gonna get something to eat. I'm taking you to one of your favorite restaurants. That ends all that.
Yeah.
That ends all that. All you gotta do is say, "You hungry?" She ain't talking to you. Stomping around the house.
She's not gonna talk to you in the car either.
She ain't got to. You hungry?
Once you get to that restaurant, though.
Oh, it's all in the pot.
Yeah, that's I'm.
Just ask her if she hungry. You hungry?
Yeah, it's usually that's they
do it
because it's a it's a relaxation thing, man.
So one time we on a cruise, right? We on a cruise, and this is like, I would say this is like maybe our third cruise, so it's still new to us. Well, she'd been on cruises before. I was never on a cruise. My family never went on cruises. I ain't know about cruises. So we're on a cruise, and every night you go out to dinner, and you dress up. So she's taking a long time to get dressed. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's taking a long time to get dressed. So I said, I'm gonna go outside the cabinet and just wait for you. Cabin. And when I step outside the cabin, one of the people that fixed up the room was a lady, Jamaican lady. She was like, "Oh, Mr. Price, oh, you look so nice." She said, "Where's your wife?" And when she said, "Where's my wife?" before I could even speak, before I could let out sounds, my wife had jumped out the cabin and was like, "I'm right here."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, I guess he's right there," because I ain't think nothing of it. So I started walking to where we're gonna eat at. You know what I mean? So as I'm walking to where I notice I hear these footsteps right behind me. You know what I mean? Like these some solid footsteps. I'm thinking, well, who behind me? Godzilla? Before I could turn around, my wife is like almost stepping on top of me. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you walking so fast? She said, well, ask that lady why I'm walking so fast. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, man. Yeah. She's got to get out the room because Miss Price she done threw an elbow.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
I couldn't even tell you what was the problem. I'm like, what is the problem? She was like, oh, you don't know the problem? This was my worst. This what made me mad. She was like, you don't know what the problem is? If you don't know what the problem is, you just never mind. I'm like, what does that mean?
See, but women know women. Women know women.
Lord have mercy.
You see, but guess what? You apologize.
Yeah, I apologize.
See, that's what
I was like, what you want to eat?
See, I was talking to my wife yesterday, and she said her boss was telling her. She said, me and my husband, we was arguing. She said, we ain't talked for a whole day.
Right.
She said, I'm in the room. I'm still mad. Nighttime. She said he come up in the room with a bowl of sherbet, handed it to me, and walked back out.
That's right.
She was like, I said to myself, I guess we good then. I said, yeah. That's how you do it, man.
That's how you do it.
That's how it goes, man.
You got to keep peace and harmony in the house.
Lord have
at
mercy.
all costs, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, you don't want to go sleep with the enemy.
When my kids were in the house and they mess up, you know what I mean? And they be right. You know what I mean? They be right. They right. You know, we should be able to watch TV past 9 o'clock. We old enough. And they right. But when wife mad, you know about I'm sorry. Yeah. But if she said the TV off at 9, the TV off at 9. That don't make no sense. You're right. But I don't care. Because I want peace and harmony in the house.
Yeah,
you just got to live with it.
I don't need to be. I'm not arguing.
Yeah, I'm not
arguing.
Put me in the middle of it.
I'm not arguing for y'all.
And stop calling my name. Dad, no, sir. Nah. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Nah.
That's y'all. Y'all deal with that.
Yeah, we done, our kids.
If she tell me to take you out, I'm going to take you out.
See, our kids.
I can make more. Look like it. Look just like it.
We done learned our kids, they got a tendency of asking one parent something.
Right.
If one say no, they're going to go to the other one. I said, listen, y'all not doing this no more. Because then all of a sudden I start getting these evil eyes. I don't know where they're coming from. Any of them, I don't care what it. Hey, Dad, can we ask your mom?
So you learned that faster than I learned that.
Ask your mom.
You learned that faster than I learned that. Because what my kids did was they did the same thing. They asked her. She said no. Then they come and ask me. But they ain't tell me they asked her.
Yeah, no.
So I ain't know, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. I said, all right, go ahead. So now she coming down. So you just going to go against what I said. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. How I get in trouble?
Or she hollering at the kids, and you hear the first thing the kids gonna say, "Daddy said."
Yeah, Daddy said. No. Dad did not. I did not know she said that.
Yeah.
Don't put me in it. Keep me out of it. I like peace and quiet.
Yeah, man. We don't need none of that, man.
I don't care what goes on. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm at the age where I don't care.
Now it's to the point, I be noticing my kids, I'm like, they walk past me and they looking.
Right.
They looking with that side eye. Mommy. I'm like, don't even do it because you done already said something to me. You know
Right.
Nah. I said no. Then they get all mad. You can stomp.
Right.
If you get 3 more people and stomp with you, you gonna have a marching band.
You have a marching band.
Go on upstairs. It don't matter to me.
That's right. Cause I'm not getting in the middle of nothing. I don't want no problems. When I go to bed, I want everybody happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. You don't want to go to sleep in this. You know.
My wife. I tell you one time. This is not a joke. One time, we first got married. We first moved into the house. And my wife was like, I hear the trash people. And I was like, yeah, you might, but, they sound far away. She said, well, get up and take the trash to the corner. I was like, I'll get up in a second because they sound far away. Next thing I know, she's pushing me. She said, I hear the trash people. They sound close now. I said, it might be a little closer, but, let me get a little bit more sleep and I'll take it out. Next thing I know, I hear this water sound over top of my head. I'm thinking, what?
Oh, yeah.
And the water, where the water coming from?
Wake up, man.
She said, get up and take out. I noticed she got a pan of water in her. I'm like, are you cooking something? She said, whether I'm cooking something or not, get up and take out. I was like, this woman crazy.
But you know what you're lucky? You're lucky she put water in it because sometimes people could just use the pan by itself. But she probably said, if I hit him with the pan by itself, he really going to be asleep. I need him to get up.
Get up.
Yeah,
I was like, this woman crazy.
You got up quick though, didn't you?
Did I? I got up, took out the trash, talked to the trash people.
They was probably looking at you saying, man, why your head wet, man?
Right. I ain't want to go back in for a little while, right? So I was talking to the trash people. We laughing.
Yeah, man. Marriage is a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, man, marriage is great. Marriage is wonderful.
Yeah, marriage is a beautiful thing.
Marriage is the best thing ever happened to me.
Ooh, you ain't lying. You imagine trying to be out here looking for something now?
Man. Have you seen some of these people now?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Have you seen some of these people now?
Ooh, Lord have mercy. See, that's why God is amazing.
Did you see the video where they was asking a woman something and then they got into some type of body count?
Oh, man, I hate when they do that.
Body count means how many people you slept with. So the woman said the only reason why men care about body counts is they don't think they could match up to the other people. She said it doesn't matter if you slept with one person, 5 people, or 100 people. I'm thinking to myself, 100 people? Did you just say 100 people? If you slept with 100 people,
yeah, you are.
You 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You Wawa.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you slept with 100 people, something wrong.
Open 24/7.
Over 24/7, 7 days a week.
That's a lot of people. Think about that.
5 people is quite a few.
Sit in a room and get a conference with 100 people.
No. Do better than that. Let 100 people go past and give 100 people a high five.
Oh my God.
See how tired your arm get.
See how sore your hand gonna get. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, man, these people out here nowadays are wild. They are wild.
Yeah, they don't care.
They wild nowadays. Like if you slept with 5 people, a lot of people.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. The energy that comes with that.
Yeah, say you're 25 years old. If you slept with 5 people, that means you average a person a year. A person a year is quite a lot of people.
See, but people nowadays don't think like that.
They don't think like that.
One is not one for them. It's Lord. For them, it's one every.
You call them Lord.
It's one every. For them, one every month, man.
Man, I know they ain't that wild.
Listen to this. Here's a story that I was. There's a guy. He's a. He kind of made himself known through social media, through, storytelling and stuff. But he was married. He was always telling women about to look out for certain men.
Yeah.
Turns out he was that guy that they were talking about.
I bet he was.
Yeah, so, come to find out that, he would record his video after everything hit the fan, everything started coming out. He was recording the videos outside of another woman's house before he went in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there was an interview with his wife, his ex-wife. Now.
Okay.
And she said, it kind of goes to show how, low self-esteem and a lot of things, you don't have worth for yourself, the things that
you put up with.
She said it was when we were dating, not even before we were married, when we were dating, it got to a point where I would be walking past women going into his apartment.
As they were leaving. Lord have mercy.
And you still said yeah to the marriage, man. And you thought it was going to change.
Yeah. I could change him. That statement has got so many people in trouble that you could change somebody. The only person that could change anyone is Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only person that saves. You can't save. You ain't super saved. You ain't.
How you think you're going to change somebody when everybody messed up?
Yeah.
How you going to do that?
You can't save people.
Man.
So when they show you who they are, you better believe them. That's who they are. That's what you got to deal with. If you can't deal with that, then you know what I mean. You might want to readjust your thinking, because there are people who they live a lifestyle that is destructive, but that's the only lifestyle they know. Like I know people because they related to me. I know people who live a destructive lifestyle. But because it's the only lifestyle they know, they think it's normal. Like, and I say, why you keep doing that? Why you keep doing that? Oh, everybody, their favorite thing is everybody does it. Everybody does it. That's your excuse. That's the only thing. That's the only thing they understand. So that's the only thing they can do. And when you got people like that, they'll destroy their self in you. They'll take you down with them.
It's that right there. Let you know that when people say everybody does it, it's like I'm validating myself through other people. Boy,
I'm making an excuse because everybody else knowing I can do it. And they, you know what I mean? Like I know one particular, they relate to me. I know one particular lady, and what she did was she had a child. The child got almost grown. She had another child. Then she got another child. Then she had another child. Now, by different people. Then she had another child. I'm thinking, why you keep getting in a relationship with a person that won't marry you? And they well, I'm the one. That's worse. If you're the person that keeping people from marrying you, that's worse. Because all you're doing is, and what the destructive part was, one day, one of the fathers came, and just so happened the other father was there. And when the other father was there, they had different things. They had different plans for the children, and they got into a actual fist fight in front of the kids. And I'm thinking to myself, just think about what has to go on in a child's mind. My sister, dad is fighting my dad. You know what I mean? Like where I go with this.
And now that could cause friction in between the siblings.
That not only that, but how do they react, and do they say, "Well, Mom, you the one caused it," so are they now mad with the mom? That's a mess.
And I think we know that when you lay down with somebody, that's a spiritual transaction, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we talked about the 5 people. You're saying that's a lot,
that's
right?
A lot.
Right. So say you sleep with one person,
right?
Then you sleep with another person who's over there. And you sleep with another person who's over there. What you're doing is unconsciously knowing your spirit's all in different places. Yeah. Somebody done took a piece here, somebody took a piece here. So now you're sleeping with other people, unconsciously knowing you're looking you're looking for your spirit everywhere because it's all over the city.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, why you keep sleeping with these people, with all these people? I'm looking for me in somebody.
Right. And don't understand why you feel confused.
Mm-hmm.
Don't understand why you got mood swings. It's because that you have soul ties with these people.
Good gracious.
And when you tie your soul to those people, what's on them is now on you. So you keep and for some odd reason, why the bad boy is so
attractive,
when that person that you sleep with has a soul tie with you, and they a bad boy for a reason.
But you know what I come to realize? People who like that is the bad boy has a reputation of, acting this way or being a certain kind of like this. You're cool standing by that because it's gonna, the things that he does, it's going to negate from the flaws that you have.
Right.
Like if that woman or whoever would have got with somebody who's a nice guy, you're gonna see the ratchetness in that. You know what I mean? Because hers are gonna stand out more.
See, the nice guy don't come into play until they like 30, 35.
Till it's all over with.
I mean,
nobody else want them.
Yeah, they done been around the block a couple times. They 30, 35 now.
Mm-hmm.
Now they want a nice guy because he's stable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't get the phone call, the phone ring, and it's like, collect call from inmate.
Good God. You don't
when you're young, you know what I mean? When you're young, you like, I'm going to make a visit to see my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be
you get about 35, you're like, man, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, you ain't got the energy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so, we just have to, as a society, we have to come back to being stable again, being committed again. It's the ability to commit. I don't need to run around and go from person to person. Going from person to person leaves you with nothing but confusion.
Mm-hmm. And you being a Rev, why do you think this? Everybody now is just pushing away from the notion of being married. It's almost like, I mean, I don't want to say it's a fear,
right?
But it's like nobody wants to be married anymore. Nobody wants that structure. It's like you'd rather just live in the chaos.
Well, when you understand what marriage is, and I believe they fully understand what it is, that's why they run from it.
Mm-hmm.
It is commitment, it's work, it's being dedicated,
mm-hmm.
and it's a lot easier to be,
It's a lot easier not to take no responsibility.
No responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it and I believe society has put young people in a bad position where they don't have to take accountability for anything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to be accountable for anything. As a matter of fact, the whole movement with abortion is about not having accountability.
Mm-hmm.
I can sleep with who I want, and if a consequences arises where I'm pregnant, I just get rid of it.
Yep.
No accountability, and that's what our society has been trending to for quite some time. But it's time to come back now. You know what I mean? It's time to realize that, okay, you tried that. You tried to be a person that had no accountability, and what did that get you? How'd that work out for you?
I can't tell you some, people that I know, male and female, being single.
Yeah.
I mean, talked about relationships like a dog.
Yeah.
Women ain't this, man ain't
right.
this. And I'm saying to myself, all men ain't this, and all women ain't this. I'm like, you had all of them?
Right.
What do you mean all of them? You that might be the problem if you had all of them.
A lack of accountability.
Yeah.
Because you think the people you choose represent everybody.
But
maybe it's just the people you choose.
Yeah, because there's something in them that's in you too.
That's right.
Yeah. And but when they finally got with somebody and they found love, boy, you talk about what? It's like what was all of that?
Right.
But that was just anger within themselves. That's all.
That was anger and frustration. Mm-hmm. Because deep down, the reason why they dress up, the reason why they go to the club, the reason why, because they want love. But because they feel like, and this is a horrible thing, but because they feel like I can't trust anybody, they become untrustworthy. So now they feel like they're gonna strike first before somebody and just it's a continuous cycle.
And
of
that really is it. Yep. I'd rather hurt you first before you hurt me.
And it's just a cycle that's just going to continue of hurt. And one thing we know about hurt people always hurt people. Mm-hmm. So now you got the cycle. That's what the devil wants. The devil wants everybody trying to hurt everybody else because he can't do it.
Author confusion, man.
Yeah, he can't hurt you, but what he can do is trick somebody else into hurting you.
All I got to do is plant that seed.
That's all you got to do.
Yep. And if you sit and water it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
If I can get you by yourself and I plant that seed and all you doing is thinking about just something I threw at you, wait till that thing water and come up out the ground.
Yeah.
Oof.
The first thought when a person get hurt is, I ain't gonna let nobody hurt me no more.
Yep.
Which causes the same cycle to repeat itself. Now you playing games. Now you trying to build walls and causing problems. That's going to continue the same cycle that you want to avoid. But he has you trapped on that. Was some hamsters on that wheel?
Oh, that wheel, yeah.
The hamsters on that wheel, and they just running the same cycle going over and over again. Same thing with the children of Israel. They kept going around that same mountain 40 years. You'd have thought.
You talking about hard-headed.
You'd have thought after about 5 years, you saw that same mountain. We like, hey, why we keep walking around this mountain here?
But you know what? That goes back to exactly what you said with the accountability.
Yeah, accountability.
If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're blaming it on somebody else,
there's always somebody
else. It's time for you to look at yourself and say, look, man, what is it that I'm doing, or what is it inside of me that is attracting this nonsense?
And that's the first step to have a relationship with God. The first step to have a relationship with God, you got to admit that I am wrong. I need God. I cannot live this life successfully without God. We call it repent. You repenting. You say, no, I don't have the answers. I need you, God. That's the first step to come to the God, where you repent. I don't have the answers. I'm a sinner. I'll mess it up. No matter where I go or who I meet, I by myself will mess it up.
Yep.
That's the first thing I had to do when I came to God. Like I don't have the answer. I don't know what to do. I can't do it by myself.
Because when you're enabling somebody to be what they are, you're messing it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the problem that's the problem young people have in life is they have people that are telling them, oh, it's okay to be a mess. It's normal to be a mess. It's normal to mess it up. It's normal it's normal to feel like you ain't nothing. Matter of fact, you can feel like you're a cat. You know what? Monday we're gonna see the school board in Arizona, and the woman
I know what you're talking about.
The school board of Arizona thinks she's a cat. And she wears this cat ears. And she said that Christians are a problem and they don't want to hire Christian teachers. And also, we can talk about this as well. Now, they come up with a new word for pedophiles. They came up with a new word for it besides being nasty?
And in schools now, they're teaching you to call them this because they're saying you shouldn't judge somebody for
being ass,
for a mistake that they made, right? So now they're calling them MAPs, M-A-P, which is what is it? Minor
assaulting person.
It's minor attractive person. And one of the students, and the reason it came out was because one of the students was recording. They had their phone on the desk, but they had it on recording. You could hear the teacher. She said a minor attractive person. It's, you stop judging them because they.
Stop judging them.
She said because they want to have sex with a 5-year-old.
She didn't say that.
That's what she said.
Well, see, I don't mean no harm. Boy, I'm gonna get myself in trouble, but I gotta say this. The number one problem is you don't have grown people taking care of business anymore.
Yep.
If you just said that and my child's in school, you ain't got to worry about no legal stuff. I'm going to come to you and look you in your eye and say, don't you ever say that around my child anymore.
See, and again, Rev, accountability. We are not holding people accountable for the nonsense that is going on out in the world. What in the world is going on inside of the school that you are teaching children?
It's okay to have sex with a 5-year-old. Even to think about it.
And you're telling this to kids who are that age.
I went to school, went right to the classroom and told her, listen, don't you ever in your life.
But this intertwines with you telling children that you can think for yourself.
Oh, man.
You can do this kind of stuff. Yeah, we are so far away from what of what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Of what the structure is supposed to be. I mean, the structure has been completely.
I got some good news.
Whew.
I got some good news. I went as far as a person go away from the foundation that my parents had for me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I did? I came back.
Yep.
You can always come back.
Yeah.
The good news, all you got to do is come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe our society, we could come back. All we got to do is change. First thing we got to do is repent. Say, you know what, we wrong. We don't like the way we're going. We don't like our children dying in the streets. Here, Wilmington on 4th Street, shootings.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're just gonna repent and say, you know what, we got it wrong, and we're gonna come back.
Mm-hmm. And how many men have to look yourself in the mirror and straighten up?
Yeah,
hold yourself accountable and be a man.
Yeah.
Take care of the things that is in your reach.
It all starts with the man.
Yes.
It all starts with the man.
Yes.
The man has to lead.
Yes.
If you can lead, if you can stand up and being a man, saying that, you know, I made mistakes, but you know what, I'm gonna turn. It's like playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
When you're playing basketball, you shoot at the basket. When you shoot at the basket, you don't make every shot. Sometimes you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
But you never stop shooting.
No.
Because your objective is to hit every shot, even though you won't hit every shot. Same thing in life. Sometimes you're going to miss the mark.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Keep shooting with the objective of always hitting the mark. That's what sin is, missing the mark.
Mm-hmm.
Never stop shooting.
Yeah, and we have to, it starts with the men. Men, we have to, it's hold yourself accountable. It's hard being a man.
It ain't easy.
Yeah,
If somebody told you it was easy, they lied.
We all know this, and it's now the culture is when things, you can see it in sports, when things get hard, what do these players do? Up and leave.
Up and leave.
You know, and that's what happens now
in
relationships. When things get hard, people up and leave. Stick with it as the man.
Yes.
Stick with it as the man.
Yes.
It's you think God's gonna give you somebody perfect?
Nope.
You not even perfect.
You not perfect.
Why are you even looking for somebody that's perfect?
You ain't perfect. I mean, the Rev close, but even the Rev's not perfect.
And that's what I'm saying. It's God's not going to give you somebody perfect. He's going to give you somebody
That's right.
that you can help to build up.
Yes,
in
sir.
In the sight of God.
Yes, sir.
That's what that is.
Yes, sir. Getting better.
And that's what, you get better together.
Yes.
And we're not, men, we got to stop.
It's time. It's time for the men.
Yeah, we got to stop.
They come back and bring everything back as we should.
Because then the women will follow.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you can't find no woman. Because they don't want to be connected to the mess.
That's right. They will definitely follow, and your children are looking for you to lead. It's time for us to come back, and we're gonna help men come back. If you need help, call us, because we're gonna help.
Because we done already told you a year ago, we going straight to the top.
We're going straight to the top.
Yep.
We're gonna make it. How much time we got?
Yeah.
45 seconds, America. In 45 seconds, I just want to relate to you that it's never over, and we can make it better. And it starts with you today.